What is good, Ninja? OJ over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another repeat Nintendo Switch and gaming news video. Today we have some awesome information for you guys. Like always, we don't slow down even though it's the weekend, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So Nintendo has officially shown off on the Nintendo UK page, meeting some of the cast of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Now obviously Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is a really highly kind of anticipated game that I'm really looking forward to, so I wanted to show off some of these characters to you guys as far as what they had to say, just in case if you missed some of the stuff on the game. Now Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is an action RPG with some very unique elements as far as the battle system goes, when it's blending kind of like MMO style with turn-based, with action. It's kind of a mix of all the three, and it does it very well. The best in the industry, in my opinion. Now let's first go into the first character here, and that is Rex. And he is a young driver bursting with vitality who used to work as a salvager, scavenging useful resources from beneath the cloud sea. Since meeting Pyra, everything has changed, and the future of the world now depends on him. Now speaking of Pyra, she is a fire-wielding blade who fights alongside Rex. Together they are trying to make it to Elysium, the birthplace of all humanity. She also happens to be a sacred blade known as the Aegis, and there's no shortage of people who seek to make her power their own. Then there's Nia, the cat girl. Nia is very energetic and headstrong, and she isn't afraid to give the others in the party a piece of her mind. She particularly enjoys arguing with Rex, and that's just not a fancy hairdo, you know. Those are Nia's real ears. And then there's Dromarch, and she is Nia's blade. The noble Dromarch has been her constant companion and helper since childhood. Despite his appearance, he can communicate normally with Nia and the rest of the party. He calls Nia my lady, which makes him sound a bit like a butler. Then there's Tora. It's Tora, Rex's Nopon's sidekick friend. He's a mechanically gifted boy who's long dreamed of becoming a driver. Sadly, he lacks the aptitude to become a driver himself, but he does not have a backup plan. That's hilarious. Then there's Poppy, which they introduced more at the Nintendo Direct, and Tora built an artificial blade, Poppy, to fulfill his goal of becoming a driver. Obviously, she speaks fluent Nopon. Her powerful metallic body is crafted out of a lifetime of Tora's hopes and dreams. Then there's Jin. Jin leads a secretive group, Torna, who are in search of the Aegis. He appears cool and composed on the outside, but conceals a burning resolve within. He'll do whatever it takes to achieve his goals. And this is aka Sephiroth Xenoblade. Xenoblade's version of Sephiroth. And then there's Malos. And Torna's number 2 is Malos, a big guy with a wild temper. He's a top driver and pretty scary on the battlefield, as you can probably just tell from looking at him. So that is all the information that they gave with the characters so far for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And another reason why I'm talking about this, because Nintendo is giving this game a huge push. I just love, like, the third time's a charm, right? We got Xenoblade Chronicles. Nintendo of America, Western Nintendo, pretty much had no confidence in this game. Then we had Xenoblade Chronicles X. Unfortunately, it was on the Wii U when it comes to things, and it released at the very end of the life. So yes, you can mark it, but there just wasn't much of what you can do as far as just because of the system. And now we finally have all of the perfect circumstances. Everything is lined up for Xenoblade to take off the way that Fire Emblem Awakening took off for Nintendo as far as that goes. Now, don't get me wrong, the Xenoblade games actually sold better than the Fire Emblem games did before, like, Fire Emblem Awakening came out, and it was kind of like the dire situation. So it's not like that, but to me, I feel that this is finally the game that has everything aligned. We're not releasing on a dying system. We're not having any type of localization problems. We're not having anything like, okay, well, it's coming out in Japan, you know, 6 or 7 months before it comes out here. We're not having anything like that. Everything is aligned and perfect for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 to do very well. Beginning of the life, very popular system. You can play it portably, you can play it on your TV, no dual screen type of stuff, no non-HD like Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii, no weird stuff is going on at all. It's been marketed perfectly. We've got a ton of content in the game. It has a great aesthetic to it, has fantastic facial expressions, has a huge open world. Everything is lined up, and I do feel that this is going to be the best-selling Xenoblade Chronicles game out there. Like, I don't really think any other game as far as Xenoblade Chronicles 1, or Xenoblade Chronicles X are going to come near it. This is finally what it is. They've got some great characters, a great cast, and I'm really looking forward to delving into this world more. So what do you guys think about the characters for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 as far as on the Nintendo Switch? I've got my special edition pre-ordered. I've got my Xenoblade Chronicles controller pre-ordered, and and I cannot wait to tear into this game December 1st. I'll be doing a ton of streaming in addition to my normal PE news videos, discussions, and more. So make sure you just keep it locked on the channel here. Going to be a lot of fun going through Xenoblade Chronicles, and of course talking about the game to all of you guys out there. So let me know you guys' thoughts on Xenoblade Chronicles Cast in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the next article here, we've got some LA Noire Nintendo Switch specific screenshots, and yo, the game is looking pretty good. And I want to talk about a few things because apparently some people thought that this was just going to be the Xbox 360 version of the game, which is a silly notion. It continues to be a silly notion, and hopefully people drop this after 2017 And hopefully people drop this after 2017, since it's been proven over and over again that the Nintendo Switch is actually easier to port from, you know, PS4. It's easier to bring that version over to Nintendo Switch or PC. But anyway, it did take some time, but Rockstar did finally give us a look at LA Noire on the Nintendo Switch. We recently got a trailer, which I won't be showing for you guys because Rockstar likes to claim those, but we do got some brand new screenshots here, and you can see a clear improvement over the Xbox 360 and PS3 version, not in just resolution, but as far as textures and everything else. This is definitely remade a bit. They have some enhanced graphical features, and it's definitely looking good. Obviously not going to look as good as the 4K version on PS4 Pro or anything like that, or even the PC version, but it's still looking really good for Nintendo's console. It runs at a solid 1080p, 30 frames per second. On top of that, there's a lot of great streamlined events. I do think that this is going to be the best playing version of LA Noire, in my opinion, even over the PS4 and Xbox One versions, because you have more ways to play the game. You have touchscreen controls. You can play it portably lying down, which a lot of times with this game, like, you're really just doing nothing. You're in the detective work, you're walking around, you're questioning people. You really don't need to have this on a big TV or anything like that. It's actually a perfect game to play lying down and relaxing. Hopefully they do improve the shooting, but I think that they will, and the reason why I say the Nintendo Switch version is the best one, because you have IR aiming on there, you have the better viewpoints, which you do have on the other systems, but there's just a lot of things going for the Nintendo Switch version of the game, and it looks good enough. You have that native resolution, you're going to have a good frame rate, you're going to have a better camera angle, and you have the motion controls in addition to the IR and HD rumble built into there. So I think the Nintendo Switch version would be the one to pick up, because it's going to be looking really good, and you can play that anywhere you want. LA Noire is a perfect game for portable play. I honestly do think so, and this is coming from someone who already played and beat the game on the Xbox 360. I thought it was great, but there were some issues like I talked about before in previous videos. Just type in LA Noire, you'll see what I'm talking about when I talk about LA Noire as far as what I had issues with the game. But I honestly think they fixed quite a number of things by streamlining the interrogations and making sure that there's clear cut as far as what you can do, so then when you do replay, you know what to do next, instead of having a multitude of options and some of them having varying degrees of success or not, depending on what order you pick them. So I really like what they've done here. It's a very unique and a different type of game, and I think that'll fit the Nintendo Switch audience very well when it comes out. I think it's out November 14th, so next week it's going to be here before we know it. Man, that is awesome. Good stuff there. So what do you guys think about these screenshots for LA Noire? Are you interested in the game? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the last topic of discussion here, we're going to be talking about Doom multiplayer on the Nintendo Switch and how lazy EA is, because I have to continue saying this and harping on this, because Doom's multiplayer has some of the best feature suite that I have seen on a Nintendo Switch game to date. Pretty much everything over from the PS4 and Xbox One versions outside of voice chat is on there. You have everything. The 666 update brought all sorts of enhancements and stuff to the multiplayer. I was playing last night or this morning, I was playing with Nintendo Ultra and Zyphos, and it just ran great. I mean, there were still some issues here and there, probably because some people have some crap internet, but overall it still ran really well. The multiplayer played really fun, but the biggest thing about it is that if you want to join a friend's game, you can easily join a friend's game. Someone can be playing there, you go click on their name, look at the online, join right into their game. Now if you want to invite someone, you can actually invite someone into your game, and on top of inviting someone into your game, there will be an on-screen notification that pops up while you're playing the game. So if you're playing the game, like let's say you're playing single player, okay, you can be playing single player, and if somebody invites you, you'll get a pop-up that you can actually go into that game. And that's what you guys saw for the video last night. That was actually an invite from Zyphos from the game, you know, and I was playing the single player. You know, I was just playing the single player, relaxing, lying down in bed, and I got that invite, and I was like, okay, let me check this out. I knew he wanted to play, and I saw that right there. Otherwise, I would have never seen it. So that's why I said on-screen notifications are going to be really key for Nintendo, making sure that it supports that to where people can actually see the notification. So that was fantastic. Great online multiplayer. They've got lobbies, pretty much everything over from there. EA, as far as the whole FIFA debacle, they're just lazy. They're just so lazy because Doom's online suite is so much better than what FIFA does. So anybody who's trying to say or trying to blame Nintendo for that really needs to look back and probably put out a video saying, hey, you know, I was wrong on that one, because Doom just kills it with everything that they offer. So for me, Doom so far probably has the best online multiplayer for any Nintendo Switch game. I don't think that there's a Nintendo Switch game out there that has a better online component than Doom. When you factor in everything, when you factor in all the different game modes, when you factor in all of the different stuff that you can do in the game, and on top of that with the on-screen notifications, being able to hop into the games, join game, everything is there, like I said, except for voice chat, which I think that we're going to get next year when it comes to Nintendo's paid online. But for right now, we can definitely use Discord. That's cool, you know, as far as that goes. So what do you guys think, man, as far as Doom multiplayer goes? Have you guys got a chance to check it out? And if you haven't, I would say buy this game. As far as the full package goes, it's really good on the Nintendo Switch. We're going to be having PE Arena on Doom next week, so it's going to be very soon here. So if you want to get in on that PE Arena, make sure you check out the links in the description below, get some information on that, and go buy Doom if you haven't already bought it yet, because it is a really great game, especially the online multiplayer component. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. It really helps Player Essence out. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon and YouTube sponsorship page and consider supporting Player Essence. When you sponsor us, it gives you access to all sorts of cool emotes, in addition to Discord voice chat and live streamed prized tournaments. So check out the links in the description below and consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace.